Good evening, friends. So today we are doing a little bit more Christmas decorating. I'm definitely taking it much slower and I don't know, slower this year than usual. I think last year I didn't really record a lot of it. Like I recorded a lot of it, but not all of it. And I probably won't record all of it this year, but I just wanted to set up the camera and record this day, so that's what I did. I'm just mostly getting up the big, well, it's not the big tree, getting up the memory tree. We're changing it up this year. Usually the memory tree is up in the loft to where you can't really enjoy it unless you're in the loft, and so the only person that really gets to enjoy it is myself. And so I decided this year we was going to switch it out. The little tree that belongs in here, I'm going to put into the loft. Plus, it's littler, so that will be helpful for me to have room to still be able to use the loft. And this way, we all get to enjoy the memories from the previous years and whatnot. With it being more visible down here and just in this little family area, it just made more sense to me. So I put up this tree that we got from ℂ𝕠𝕟. I think that this was a sponsorship that I had maybe the first year that we was on YouTube. Might have been last year. I don't know. I got it as a sponsorship anyways. It takes a little bit of maneuvering, which most trees do, I think. But in the end, I really like how it turned out. The bottom is a little thin, the very bottom row. And I think that's because it's so spaced out. But I just ended up getting some like pine or whatever, some sort of tree picks from Hobby Lobby last year. I bought 4 of them and I just put them around the base of the tree. I put them around the base in there and it helps fill up the gaps and it ends up looking wonderful. Last night afterwards, I was looking at this tree and just super happy with how it looks. And that's typically not how I am with Christmas trees. I'm like super critical of my own trees. Y'all know if you've been around here that a 12-foot tree is a terror. That's part of the reason I didn't want to put it up, is I always stress it so bad and end up just hating it anyways. Not hating it. I don't love it. But I do love how this tree turns out. And also probably because of what's on it. You know, this is our memory tree. This is the one that has all of our ornaments from prior years. It has one from John and I's first Christmas and just way back. So I absolutely love putting this tree together, looking at each individual ornament as I put it on and just kind of remembering for most of them, not all of them, because there's like some painted plaster ornaments from the kids and those don't really have the memories into them, but they're still very much cherished for me. But just putting in the ornaments, I absolutely love this tree. It's my favorite one to put up every year. Very bittersweet, but the thing with memories is, you know, they're a blessing, and even if it's hard to look back and see little tiny for baby's first Christmas ornaments, or we have a few of our dogs that have passed on. We need to make some for some of our other dogs. We only have them for some of the dogs that have passed on, and then our 4, because Herschel's on here too, the biggest dogs. So I need to try to find me some ornaments this year so we can get those done for the other dogs. But just looking back on them, you know, some of them hurt, some of them are painful, but they're all a blessing, and we really enjoy this tree. It's my absolute favorite. I always walk away from it with a full heart. But we're just going through getting the lights ready here. I have to test the lights every year. There's always some that don't work. I already threw some over there, but thankfully only that one strand was bad this year. Well, for this tree. I already threw some away, some other ones, and I'm sure that there's going to be many more to go. But we're just getting it all ready here. I tried to keep the boring to a minimum. Maybe you think it's all boring. If so, thanks for being here anyways, I guess. But we're just getting the lights on. I figured we'd just bring you along for the day. Mostly all I did this day was get this tree done. And then we will be sharing a simple but delicious dinner. It's just, I always forget about how delicious simple can be. And also, we experimented with a Crockpot dump cake, and it was delicious. So I'm just going to throw in some music and we'll meet you at the end, I guess.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Christmas times. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time.
And since I was going down memory lane, I thought I'd bring you along with me. This little ornament is a shark. John had made it out of like the air dry clay, and then Jonathan went through and repainted it. He would have been really young. Lily would have been, it would have been her first Christmas if she was even around. I'm pretty sure it was her first Christmas. This is Lily's like top shopping list from 2014. And then this one is a ribbon that Nolan had made at Sunday school for us in 2015. It is as long as him. I put it in this ornament to kind of protect it. This one came from my friend Erin here on YouTube, and I love it so much. Got a front row down there on the bottom of the tree. I wanted to put all of them on the front row of the tree because I wanted to just be able to enjoy all of them. Most of the more important ones I did put on the front. And then the back, because of where that window will be open and it will be facing the porch, I did put some of the ornaments don't really have meaning. It was just a little things that I bought as filler ornaments is what I called them, just to make sure that the tree had enough ornaments. And over the years, as the tree gets fuller, we will pull off more of those and just put them into onto the other trees that don't hold memory ornaments. But I like how it looks. I wasn't going to go in with the ribbon, but then I ended up deciding, you know what, we're going to go in with some of the ribbon, and I think it just brings a little bit extra to it. Ribbon is not my forte. I can't do it correctly usually. I think it turned out pretty okay on this one anyways. The 12 foot is a nightmare with ribbon. It's a nightmare. I'm actually dreading putting up the tree. I'll be glad when it's up because I know that it brings just a whole nother element of beauty to the house, but it's a terror putting it up. I wish I could hire somebody to decorate it for me, and I know I could do that, but I'm not going to do that. It's expensive. If I could do it for like $5, I would hire somebody, but yeah, I could not hire somebody to do that when I know it's something I could do. Obviously not as good, but then I could use that money for something else more enjoyable, you know? So, yeah, more music.
A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way, a reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland.
I'm not gonna lie, having to dust these creatures, it's a little weird for me. It is. But I do it because I love my husband and compromise and all of that. But anyways, it is not a winter wonderland around here. This week it's actually in the 70s. I think today it's supposed to be 80. Not a fan. I'll enjoy it when I have to go out and do some cleaning in the animal yard and getting it ready for cold weather. But if I got Christmas stuff going on in the house, I want it to be at least a little cool, you know? And it's not at all cool right now. The kids have been enjoying it, and John obviously enjoys it with him being an outside worker. It makes me feel bad that I don't, that I'm hoping for cold weather because I know he has to work outside. But I don't want cold. I want cool weather. And that's the difference. But we're getting this cake in here. It takes a while to cook, so we're getting it in here. Now, I'm going to be very honest here. This was supposed to cook for 2 hours and 45 minutes. John ended up getting home earlier than I guess expected. I wasn't thinking was the actual thing. Because it gets dark at like 5 something. So he gets home at usually 4 something now. Right now. Anyways. So I Googled and I could put the Crockpot liner thing into the oven. So once dinner was done, I did put it in the oven and cook it I think I cooked it in there for 30 minutes to make it speed up. It was delicious. This was so good. So good. You eat it just a little bit warm. You want it to set up some, though. So the recipe calls for cooking it and then letting it sit for 45 minutes. I think that's what it said. I cooked it, and then I got it out. I set it up on the window with the window open with just a little bit of a breeze blowing through so that it would cool it quicker but still be kind of warm, if that makes sense. Like, it needed to sit up some. And then I served it with a little bit of chocolate syrup and some Cool Whip, Ready Whip, whatever. It would have been delicious with vanilla ice cream, but we didn't have any. This was so good. Like, I had to control myself and only eat a little bowl of it because, well, plus some extra bites, because I could have eaten this whole thing. This was a winner. I did do half the recipe. So you see my little weird cake mix there. That's because that was only half of a thing of cake mix. We do like half cakes quite often so that I can make just some cupcakes for the kids. But for dinner, we just done some super simple baked barbecue chicken. I threw together some rows really quick. And what do we have? Shells and cheese and some green beans. And it was a delicious dinner. Super fast, super good, and nobody complained. And it all got eaten. So that's the kind of meals that we like to have around here. Friends, thank you for hanging out with us and getting just a little bit done around the house and seeing what delicious dinner and dessert we had this night. We love you. We greatly appreciate you being here and helping support our family. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye, friends.